Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. And today I am showing you the card that I've made for my Inspire.Create.Challenge design team entry. We're featuring the new ink colours this time around to give everyone a bit of inspiration on how to use those. So they're a great collection, so here they are. I've got these three lovely I think they're very floral colours myself. So but we've got this lovely bright pink, and then we've got these two more muted shades, and then we've got these lovely sort of sagey green and this deep green that could that is really great for outlines and sentiments and all sorts of things. So I'm going to bring them together and use them with the In Bloom stamp set. Really nice photopolymer set that's this is actually carried over from the mini catalogue, so this is going to stick around along with the coordinating dies. I'm not using the dies today, but the dies are ace, so I need to get using those as well. So these are the colours. So the card that I'm making is going to be a simple stamping card, completely flat, really easy. Gonna put that together for you really quickly. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to bring in my pad of small grid paper. I like to work on something to help me with the stamping, especially with photopolymer stamps. So I will use this small grid paper, or I actually sometimes use the foam insert from the Stamparatus as well. So this was the original foam insert. They've actually stopped doing this as a separate item, but if you get a Stamparatus you'll get one with it. So that's another good little thing to get. Otherwise, you know, stamp on a pad of paper or something like that. But the beauty of this is it's got the lines so that we can line things up. Already cut my cardstock down. This is smaller than I usually use, so it's a 1/4 inch smaller, so it's 3 3/4 wide by 5.5. So that's those are my two layers. So we're gonna do two just because we can, basically. So I'm just gonna leave my concept card in front of me so that I've got that as reference, and I've got all the stamps already mounted onto the blocks here so that I can just pick them up and get them used. The blocks are available as a bundle, so have a look at those. You'll get one of each size, which is phenomenal value. And I'm going to live dangerously and get my ink pads out across the top there for my florals. You'll notice that I quite often won't pull, I won't close the ink pad all the way when I open them up, because sometimes they're a bit awkward to grip. So I just leave it just enough so that I can just grip the case to shut them again. So we'll leave those for now. So I did polish pink, then fresh freesia, then thingy. So I'm going to move them down the bus, and we'll do them in a slightly different order, and we can compare and contrast what we've got. So the large flower is going to go in fresh freesia. I'm going to stamp them roughly where I did on the original card. The trick here is to rotate the stamps. So I'm just going to twist it round a few degrees as I'm stamping. So that was fresh freesia, really nice pinky purple for fresh freesia, and I've forgotten to put my light on. Is that better? Okay, I thought it looked a bit dark. So there we are. Right, medium flower is going to be with pale papaya. I think I tried to say both words at the same time then and ended up with some exotic new word. So again, we're going to go with the group of 3s. Okay, and so sorry, odd numbers are pleasing to the eye. Don't think I wiped that one off. I've just got a stamp chamois just off to my left so that I can just keep the stamps clean. And then we're going to do our small one in polished pink. So the polished pink, because we've got the small flowers, I think we are going to do 5 of those just to bring some balance to the image. So there's 3, there's 4, and where are we going to put the other one? 5. There we go. Right, this is a good opportunity while we're getting this drying. This is the point at which I bring in the evening evergreen and put in the sentiment, and that means I can position the leaves without getting in the way. Okay, light tapping on the ink pad. You really don't need to press hard. I've already lined this up on the block, so I'm just going to line up the card on the grid paper. Another really great way to use your grid paper, and hover over there, press that down and up. Really, really great sentiment. It's so dark, it's almost black. So really, really good way to introduce the evening evergreen to this design. And then the soft succulent is going to be brought in for the leaves. There's 2 leaves in the set, but they are of similar design. So I'm just going to use the one just to add the interest to that. Have things going off here and there. We can stamp 2 together to make like a little sort of cluster. They are going to be darker where they overlap. That's fine by me. I'm going to have some peeking out off the edge of the card here, and maybe we'll have one coming off this flower here. Okay, so you can build this as much or as little as you want. It's quite a powerful colour, so you want to go steady. So we'll leave that over there. So now we're going to go back over the all of them with one of the tiny stamps. So the original ink will have dried, which means when we go over with our ink again, using the same stamp for each of these, it's going to be just that teensy bit darker. When you do wet on wet, I don't know whether you can see with the soft succulents overlapped, there isn't really that intensity of difference between those because it was wet on wet. If you allow the base layer to dry, you get far more contrast. So if you're doing sort of two-tone stamping and you're not getting the definition that you want, I think a good example of that would be if you were stamping with the pansies and doing some tone on tone with those. You want to make the you want to make that base layer dry in between adding those things. So there we go, there's that first layer there, just using the freesia as the main image on that one. Okay, so we're going to move everything down the bus again. We're going to do that, bring in our other layer, and we're going to do pretty much exactly the same thing, but we're going to use our peel papaya. Light tapping. The brand new ink pads are really well inked. You get a really nice image. Okay, it's It's so easy, so easy. Light tapping, press down, straight up, twist my stamp, press down, straight up, light tapping, twist, straight down and up. Okay, and our final flower. You'll notice as well, all these blocks are slightly different sizes. So as I said, they are available as a bundle, and the reason you need plenty of sizes is just so that you can match the blocks with the appropriate, match your stamps with the appropriate size block. Okay, if I was to put this onto a big block, let's transfer that to, this is an A, this is the smallest one. Okay, if I was to transfer that to one of my D blocks, which I'm not actually using today, but it is one of my favourites, and put those two side by side there. Massive difference in size on those. And if I was going to use one of these little teeny tiny stamps on there, it would be so easy if I used the polished pink. One, you could rock your block into your ink pad, which isn't a great look. If you're stamping carefully, you won't get an impression on your thing. But if you're going to wibble and wobble and stuff, you're going to end up with a whole heap of yuck on your card, and that isn't what we want. So if you size your blocks to your stamps, you're much more likely to get good results. Okay, so where did my thing? There it is, right there. Okay, might just turn that over just in case that ink transfers onto my card. Don't want to do that. And then, just like we did before, I'm going to bring back in this little stamp. All the little layers will have dried. And we can add that in. Just clean it off in between, especially when you're using the deeper colours. Wouldn't want that polished pink to end up in my pale papaya. The stamp chamois is a very quick, easy, inexpensive way to keep your stamps clean. Just keep it moist, not sopping wet, just moist. And I just put a spray or two of the stamping mist on there as well, just to make sure that they are super duper clean. So with our sentiment, so same sentiment, love the H block for sentiments. Okay, really nice. It's nice to hold, so you can hold it at each end and get it straight. I've mounted the stamp straight. Keep your paper straight on the on your grid paper, and then you can use those lines to help you line it up. That looks good to me. Okay, exactly the same whether you're stamping a sentiment or an image. Just that light tapping is what you need. Okay, and again we're just going to bring in our leaves. Okay, so the designs sort of come down a little bit on this one, and you know what, I'm just going to leave it at 3 leaves. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that. Beautiful. Okay, so close our ink pad, so we just pull all the way to the end from flat and close it over. This is a nice new design that we've got on our ink pads now. The original classic stamping inks had quite a unique closure to them, so it's a little easier. So there we are, there's our 2 fronts, and all we need to do is get those added to our card bases. So you know I like seal, and we just need to layer that on. Just nice and quick and easy to apply. And bring in the just white card bases. You could of course pick out a colour. The Evening Evergreen or the Soft Succulent would probably be a nice way to frame these up, unless you wanted to go with the main colour, or maybe you want to go with the less dominant colour. You know, entirely up to you. Get that creased in a moment. And I just want to reinforce those folds with a bone folder, and that way it'll sit nicely onto your they stand up beautifully. So those are the two we've just made. This is the original. Okay, so all of them are using the I do like the less leaves. All of those use all 5 of the new in colours, and I've just stamped them in different orders basically. Alright, really simple stamping, no die cutting, no nothing. That's all we've done. Really quick and easy, so if you are a beginner and this is the first time you've seen anybody do any card making, this is totally something that you can achieve very quickly and easily. Please do click on the description. As I said, this is my design team card for the Inspire.Create.Challenge this month, or this couple of weeks actually. We do them every couple of weeks, they're not monthly. So if you click on the description, or there's like a little down arrow or show more, there's a link to a blog post, and if you click there, there will be a link back to the challenge, and you'll see all the other design team entries for this theme, and hopefully you'll be inspired. There will also be shop links there for the things I've used to create my cards today. Please do stop by, and if you haven't already got a demonstrator, please do consider purchasing from me. Thanks ever so much, everybody. Do stay safe out there, won't you? Okay, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.